Welcome everybody, this is Bones of Barry back at it again with the tips to help you win. That's right folks, today we're going to be going over clothing and clothing folds. I'm going to show you a secret, and guess what? It doesn't require being a grandmaster, classically trained, virtuoso extraordinaire. All it requires is a basic understanding of shapes. Stay tuned. So yeah folks, we're going to get right into it. Today we have your boy Wesley Snipes representing for Black History Month. This is Wesley Snipes from a classic movie that I used to love growing up. I don't know if you guys are old enough or if you guys know, but this is from Demolition Man. He was, he was a badass in this movie. He was actually the villain. I used to gravitate towards the villains. So Wesley Snipes is gonna model this clothing. We're gonna show you a few different types of clothing, how to approach them when you want to go ahead and draw jeans, sweaters, just the basic simple way. So there are 7 types of folds. Let's go ahead and start off with an explanation of where these folds are in this one. There are 7 kind. So okay, so the 7 include zigzag folds, half locks, drop folds, spiral folds, insert folds, pipe folds, and diaper folds. Some of the most prominent folds on this drawing right now are actually we have the zigzag folds right there. That's present because of the compression. The compression is because he's bending, or he's slightly angled down a little bit. So we have those compression folds right there. And then we have a few more or zigzag compression. So we have those more right there. We have some what they call half lock folds right here, happening in those bends. And we have a few they're on the border of being spiral and drop folds because his knee is at that angle. And again, we have more zigzag folds. Now, as you can see, it's a very simplified way. So we're going to go ahead and do a demonstration, and you're going to learn how to apply these in your own artwork. Alright folks, so this is how I approach it. So a few things to note. Areas of tension, and we have areas of compression here. Keep those in mind. So area of tension is also going to be right up in here, and those are basically going to be your origin points for whenever there's a pull happening. You're going to see those folds start to appear. They're going to be those drop folds and those spiral folds, especially with characters that are doing dynamic movements with their arms and legs. So first, I'll just draw like a little guide of where I'm gonna leave those folds. Basically, at the corners, you do those little, on the outlines, you do those little compression zigzag lines. You do them just like that. Now this gets into those, I think they're called diaper folds. So that happens right there because let's say his shirt is too big or whatever. Zoom out a little bit. He's digging in his pocket. Maybe he found $5 or something. He's waving to his friends. Hey guys, I found $5. Be happy for me. And you know how friends are, jealous. So they're jealous. Let's draw him a hand too, man. How's he gonna wave to his homies if he has no hands? Now that we have the outline, we make another layer. We're gonna go ahead and bring that opacity down. Let's pick a hard brush to go ahead and just move along to this next step. Opacity is down to 17. Okay, so a couple shapes to remember. These are important. We're gonna remember triangles. Okay, so those of you who passed kindergarten will recognize that shape. And then we're gonna have this shape, the diamond, aka the rhombus. Some of you might have to dig into that 10th grade geometry to remember that one. I actually didn't pass it the first time. I had to come back anyway. That's a story for another day. So we have those shapes going. They're just gonna stay in the corner right there, just to remind you. Here we go. We have those half locks here. So we're just gonna draw a triangle. That's like a sweater is gonna be kind of similar in weight. So yeah, we have those. I draw like two folds right there, and that's how I started off. I draw those 2 folds. Now we're just gonna draw another fold off to the side, or we're gonna draw that polygon shape over there. Boom. So it's already starting to form. And now, since it's a sweater that's on the baggy side, it's gonna have those spirals. So this is an elongated kind of triangular shape. Okay, so we have that coming up here, and we have those 2, and then we have another one. Let's draw another one right here. This is a triangle as well. So those shapes are starting to show up, and here is where they meet. So we're just gonna draw like a slight triangle on the edge of that, and it goes back up into that other elongated triangle. We're gonna go back down here. We're gonna draw another one of those polygons, and then we're starting to have some type of clothing form in here. So we're gonna do the same thing here. Draw some more triangles, some more of those rhombuses up in there, and we do a few of them. Let's do another one up here, and that's the zigzag starting to form. Do another one, triangle, and you just kind of mess around with them until you find one that starts making sense. Like you put them in there, and you want to start getting that zigzag motion to form. Now, what do I mean by zigzag? This is what I mean. So you have this in here, boom, boom, boom. When that shape starts to form, that means you're putting together those shapes correctly. So let's go back over here. We're gonna move along to the actual shirt. And I know normally I draw women, but I noticed that's not the only, I have a whole other tool bag that I haven't been using lately, and I was just inspired. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start drawing some more. Like, we're probably gonna do Spawn or something next, but I want to draw more of those, because that's some of the topics that initially inspired me to draw from the start. Anyway, I'm talking from childhood, watching action heroes and cartoons. So now we just have like a bulge where the pocket is. So we're gonna let's draw that right there, just slightly, and then we're gonna draw, guess what, more triangles. Let's do a little bit of a cast shadow where the shirt is. We're gonna do some elongated triangles. Now, basically, you can get away with doing this on every pair of jeans. So you just draw, like, you want to create that zigzag shape again. So you're just repeating that shape where you draw like a triangle, and then you go down and you make a couple more like triangles and similar shapes. And you have this where the crotch area kind of starts, and we're just gonna have that point as a point of tension. And there you have it, folks. We have a few examples of folds demonstrated. You have those drop shadows right there. You have those zigzag compression right there. More of a compression, just a little bit elongated. You have those drop diaper shadows over there from corner to corner. And let's see, I think that covers it, folks. Like, comment, and subscribe as usual. Stick around, and there's going to be a time lapse for that Wesley Snipes